Hi, Michelle here at Stitching Stories, and we are going to chat to a wonderful lady here from South Africa. She's a crochet designer and also a yarn dyer. And I didn't know because I was just looking on Ravelry to find people who I can contact to do these interviews with. And when we chatted on WhatsApp, she told me, oh, but she's also a yarn dyer. I didn't know. I really didn't know. So let me show you how I do these stitches that you can also maybe knit and or crochet and support our own South African designers. And maybe we can make things nice for ourselves. Okay, so I'm going to try and share my screen. Hold on, please hold on. Okay, so here we've got Ravelry open, and this is just a front page, so don't pay too much attention about this. I want to show you here in the filter search. So in the filter search, we usually go and say, oh, I want to do a color work, or I want to do a garment, or whatever the case might be. So if you scroll down, you can do the sizes. Here you can say, I want to do clothing or accessories. So if you click on it, it gives you a second menu, just in case you didn't know. And if you want to do like a sweater, there's another folder where you can tick something. Okay. I'm going to scroll right down. So you've got your yarn usage for the particular item that you're looking for. You can choose the yarn weight. You can say whether you want to crochet or knitting or even machine knitting. That does come into the conversation. And loom knitting. Do you know what loom knitting is? Whether you want a free pattern or whether the pattern must be saved here on Ravelry. In other words, it won't, if you select that pattern to purchase it, it will not take you to another website. It remains in Ravelry. And if you scroll more down, do you want to hold one yarn or do you want to hold two yarns together? And does it need to be in books? How many colors do you want? And here we come to the story. So just look carefully. This is the language of the pattern. And down here, it reads, let me just find it. Let me just find it. Here it is, designer country. And if you click on that, you can select multiple countries. But I've done South Africa so many times, it's right on top. And now it will only list South African people for you. Here's my new sock. Okay. So this was quite exciting for me to discover this. And I found her website, but I found a old Ravelry, sorry, not website, Ravelry page, but it was the old one. And just look who is going to visit us today. Hello, Annamarie.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm very well, thank you. And I'm so glad I can join you here. It is really an advantage, or not really an advantage, it's a privilege to be here. So thank you for the invitation.
It's an honor to have you with us. Please tell us, I found you on Ravelry, and please tell us about your designs and your favorites and how it came about, how this design, I call it, how was it born? How did it start?
Okay. Actually, okay, I'm going to keep it short, but it's a long story, but I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I don't want to bore you. So I started in 2016 because I was out of my job. I was a project accountant. Things came, so a new door opened for me, and I decided to start designing out of desperation to generate the income for myself. And I started with the Queen Mandala. That was my very first design. And it was like it boomed. It really boomed overseas, here in South Africa, but mostly overseas. So I exported a lot of kits for this design of mine. I made use of a local indie dyer's yarn, cotton yarn. So I really fell in love with the natural fibers. And then, yeah, so I went along for the next 6 years until 2022. And then I started to dye my own yarns, but I will come to that. In the meantime, I'll tell you about my favorite designs. Is a cosmopolitan design, this row. And that's the one that you told me about, that how you came across my designs. So why it is so special to me, my father he really admired my work as a designer, and he just couldn't believe that I do that. And while I was busy with this throw, he passed away. So this one is really very, very special for me. That was in 2018. Okay, then the next one that I really like is a magical moments design. And the reason for that is I incorporated different crochet techniques like Tunisian, and I combined it with the traditional crochet, or the other word is conventional. That is what we all do. So I incorporated the Tunisian crochet with that one. And yeah, that is a nice one. I just love it. The colors came out like in perfect. It's purples, and yeah, it just worked out as I had it in my mind. So um my my designs are mostly throws and blankets. The reason is your large is not my large, and your bust is maybe 100 centimeters. Mine is also 100 centimeters, but I like a more fitted one. You like a more loose one. So I'm not going into garments. I like my throws because then I can say it is 100 by 100 or 200 by 200 centimeter, and you know what you're working towards. So that is what I do for the past, or from 2016 to 2022. So I don't know if there's, okay, yeah, and then the combination of I'm doing knit and crochet together. I have one design of that, and I love to make it. It was just so different from just crocheting, and it gives the people the opportunity to work with their knitting skills as well. So that is what I can tell you about my designs. Um,
Do you have some to show?
my yeah, I have actually, yeah, I forget about it. It's on my lap, but I forget about it. It's so nice and warm here on my lap because it's very cold in Boksburg today. So the first, the one that that my mosaic design, unfortunately, I don't have my Queen Mandala anymore. I donated it to someone, or gifted it to someone. So my very first mosaic design was an African mosaic throw. Oh, and it also boomed. I don't know why. It looks like my very first designs in a specific technique booms. And then, yeah. Okay, but this is my, I don't know, I hope you can see a bit of it.
That's lovely.
This is my African design, African mosaic. Okay.
Really lovely.
And then I'm busy with a bohemian African design. This is my very last design I'm going to do in crocheting. I don't have time for it anymore, but I based it on the African throw, the original one. That was not, I didn't design it in my own yarn. So the last one that I'm designing is the African Bohemian, or Bohemian African throw. I must still get used to it. So here's a little bit of a pitch quick of it. This is in my own yarn. So it is really, I used some of the motifs in my African design in the Bohemian. So it's very bright and because I want it bohemian. Okay.
And it looks
So this
nice and
is
warm and
my,
cozy. No wonder you
it
forgot about
is.
them.
It is because I use a combination of 100% cotton and my blend of cotton and bamboo. That is 50%, 50%. That is soft. And the bamboo brings in a lot of vibrant color into your yarn. So yeah, this is my last one. Okay. And then what I have is what it, okay, I think that is what I want to tell you. And then I started to or I made a turnaround in my career in the yarn industry or the designer industry or however you want to call it. So I started to dye my own yarn because I just wanted new colors. I wanted to do it with my own yarn. I just wanted to feel how it be a business. So yeah, I have a yarn business. I'm an indie dyer now with a lot of tears, a lot of experiments, and there I go.
Sorry.
So what I dye is only natural fibers. I only work with natural fibers, and I am a yarn snob, sorry, but if you first work with natural fibers, you don't want to work with acrylics and those stuff. I think you understand that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
the viewers, most of them will understand that, and they
Mm,
will share their feelings with me on that one.
yeah. You know, when I found you on Ravelry, I didn't know that you're a dyer. It was like, oh, did you know? I didn't know.
Yeah, no, I don't really put it in. I didn't put it on Ravelry. Actually, you give me an idea. I'll have to do that so people
Hmm,
know.
hmm,
But most of my designs, you can get the kits from me. So in my
hmm,
yarn, although it still
hmm,
has the other other companies' information,
hmm,
but most of the colors I can match, and I think even brighter colors and more vibrant colors. I'm very
hmm.
proud of my yarns. I'm really proud on it. I have over the 74 colors.
Sure, that's a lot.
Yes, it
More than
is.
a rainbow.
Yeah, and the thing is, what is nice, you can combine your bamboo and cotton with your 100% cotton because they are both four ply and
Mm,
it works perfectly together.
mm,
As I show, okay, I'll just put it on the ground now, but like my last design, I used a 100% cotton with a blend and it works perfect. It is because it's both natural fibers,
mm,
the
mm.
plant fibers. Okay, that is what I can tell you. Oh,
So
yeah, and
which
then I
color
do
is your best color, your favorite color?
that I have. I knew you're going to ask me that. And you know, it is so difficult because there are so big out of the 74. I love all of them. But if I have to look to our winter, upcoming winter, I would say, I'll show you now. These four colors. I like these colors.
Oh, lovely. It's
It
like
is nice
autumn
and warm
colors. It's
colors.
lovely. Yeah.
Yeah, it is like in spicy colors. And I just want to show you how the blend shows towards or next to the cotton. So this is the blend, and this is 100% cotton. So the same colors I have here, I have in here.
Mm,
So actually you have 100 and what, 148 colors together
something.
because the cotton always is a bit lighter as
Mm,
the
mm,
blend.
mm. And it will really bring out the color more if you compare, put them
Exactly.
together. Yeah, apply them together. Yeah,
Exactly. And also
lovely.
I do the sock yarn that we
Mm-hmm.
all know, the 75% merino and 25% nylon
Mm-hmm.
that you use for socks.
Mm-hmm.
This sweater I'm using or wearing today is also of my yarns. So If you have it, I'll just have a two or three small samples here together with how it looks with a sock.
Oh,
So that
yeah,
is
that's
your,
fine.
and the
That's
sock design
lovely.
is of one of our South African designers.
Mm.
Yeah, I have different ranges in my Pianna Yarns,
Mhm.
and like the carousel ball.
My
Very
goodness.
nice to work with. It's 100 gram, and then you just crochet and crochet and crochet, and you don't have to change colors. It's just go with the flow.
And that is a
And that,
nice one to use for mosaic crochet because if you use a plain color as the one color and something like that as the second color, you don't need to worry about changing balls and things like that.
yes, exactly. And also, I like to crochet my community projects with that,
Mm.
because Granny Squares, the all-time favorite, is my biggest favorite of all the motifs that you can get. The old Granny Square favorite. So I like to do my community project in that.
Mm. You
And
want to tell
my
us more?
community project,
Sorry, do you want
about
to
the
tell us
community
more
project.
about the community projects?
Yes, I will certainly. So I decided to do this because I have so much leftovers when I die or with a project or so. Unbelievable how it how the big the stash is on that. So I decided to make these carousel balls. So I have like in 50 gram of cotton and 50 gram of the blend in a ball. So then I do like this. I crochet these blankets. They're all done,
Oh, lovely.
granny squares. Yes. So what I do with this, when I see someone that really, my heart tells me this person needs a blanket, I will donate it to that person. I
Mm.
don't donate to someone to go and do this
Like charities.
yeah, to
Mm.
charities and so because I don't know where my blankets go and I
Mm.
work hard for this. So
Mm.
I
Mm.
donate it. If I see someone in a shopping mall or so, and I have one in my car, I will try to donate it to that
Mm.
person.
Mm. Mm.
Someone in a wheelchair or
Mm.
disabled or old person. I
Mm.
like to do
Mm.
that. That is how I do my community project.
Mm.
I have a few ladies sometimes that I give some yarn and they will do some of the blocks for me. And
Oh.
then I put them together myself. But
Mm.
this is my relax project, relaxing project.
It is nice because on the one side, yes, it's nice to see to give charity projects, but ch- to charity companies, sorry, organizations. But they often support only certain schools and certain hospitals and the man on the street might also need something and they don't necessarily qualify to be part of the receiving end of those
Yes.
charities. And this is very nice what you're doing. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I attended, they call it in Afrikaans, a pinky tea in
Maybe.
Amanzimtoti about 2 weeks ago. In Amanzimtoti, I attended a pinky tea. They call
Okay.
it in Africa. It's like a high tea. Okay.
Yeah.
So I donated a blanket to the oldest lady that was 92 years old. Oh, and she was so, so happy. She said she always wanted one.
Oh,
So
sure.
yeah, it is special and it makes my heart warm.
Mm,
Sorry, when I see that people appreciate what you give
mm,
to them.
mm, mm. It's
And
lovely.
when I do now, I did in the past donate to organizations,
Mm, mm.
but I never had that feeling, that home heart feeling.
Of giving. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that helps quite a bit. It does a lot for your soul for to be able to give and not
Yes,
just put into a black hole. Yeah, sorry,
Yes,
just
yeah,
my wording for
exactly.
it from an IT point of view.
Yeah, no, I hear you. And the other thing is, when I have maybe a flop on a color, I
Mm,
also use that into my community
mm,
project. So
mm,
I don't
mm,
let yarn go down the drain, if you
mm,
understand what I'm
mm,
saying. So
I
I
hear
use
you.
every
Lovely,
single centimeter.
lovely. Tell me quickly, I'm sorry, your yarn company is, I'm not very familiar with it. Tell me what bases do you carry? You mentioned now the cotton and bamboo and the plain cotton. Do you do, and you mentioned sock on
That
the,
is
i- are you doing anything else? Or is that
that is
your base?
That is my base,
Okay.
yes. Only those three. And yeah, I might go into the double knit later in the year. Um, but I'm still working on that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also have something coming up during, oh yeah, I'm not sure, about August, September, that I'm working on, planning, the whole project thing of this dream, and then you have to start plan and until you execute. So I want to do what I have in my head, and is to knit like in a sweater, but on the knitting machines, on a knitting machine. So I already have a knitting machine, but yeah, I'm going to do it in cotton, in my 100% cotton, and maybe I will go over to the cotton bamboo later on. But I'm still working on that one.
Yeah, mine is unpacked, but I must still go through the books. I haven't used
Oh
it yet.
no. Oh no, I taught myself. I had a quick lesson on it, but not really informative.
Mm,
But then I came home and me and my husband sat and we figured it out, and I have my own way now to do it. So now I'm just going to knit and knit and knit, and I have someone, a designer that will help me to design like in just plain sweaters, with a three-quarter sleeve or
mm,
yeah, I'm still working on how I want to do that. Maybe camisole, not a big thing, but that is what I
mm,
have in
mm.
mind.
Do you know that you can put those patterns on Ravelry as well? They do machine knit patterns. They are.
I didn't know that, but yeah, I will go and have a look.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah.
So, okay, and then I have also once a year a crochet retreat weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And we are very, very exciting about the next coming up one that is in June from the 1st to the 8th. So we
Okay.
still have, I think there are 3 or 4 places left, and then we will be 20 ladies. So I want to break the record. I want to have 20 ladies on this retreat. This is the third year that we do that. I'll say we, but I'm invited by Nagalpi Bush Camp to do one every year. So it is so nice to go there on with all the game around you and all the
Oh,
spoiling of
lovely.
nice
Oh,
foods and stuff. So
oh,
yeah, so I'm working on that as well once a year.
oh. I think I must make a plan and retire before then, that I can come.
You're more than welcome. You're going to enjoy it. All the like-minded people and all the spoils and prizes to be won. And
Oh my,
yeah,
sure.
and we have a gala evening. So this year it is a hippie evening. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm busy to crochet a hippie top for myself. So it's going to be, yeah, I think it's nice. It's nice to have all these like-minded ladies around you. You don't have to worry about food and stuff because it gets spoiled by the bush
Mm,
camp. And,
mm,
it
mm.
is just, it's very nice.
Lovely. So I love the colors behind you. Know that one. It looks like a maroon. It's a
This
blue,
one.
blue. Yes, that one. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's calling my
This
name.
is dark. I think the light is not very good, but it's dark Schubert. Now all my colors names are musicians and people in the music industry like Bach, Mozart,
Okay,
Beethoven,
okay.
Rachmaninoff. Yeah, so I decided to go that way because I love my classic music,
Hmm,
and that is why I decided to do it that
okay,
way. So like this color, you're getting Schubert and dark Schubert, so it's the same. So the Schubert is a bit lighter. But then
okay,
I also have three in a range, like oh yeah, what? Um, like Chopin. You have light Chopin, you have Chopin, and you have dark Chopin. So it's the
yeah,
same
okay,
colors.
okay. It just depends on yeah. So you can make a gradient then, in other words, from it.
Yes,
Mm.
yes, yeah, you can
Oh,
do
lovely.
that. And yeah, it is basically all of my colors has at least two different or two
Okay,
shades.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. That
And
is
it was a
lovely.
mission to get there. I must be honest with you. It was really a mission. I mean, it is three years this month,
Mm,
and yeah, I learned a lot, but
mm.
it is exciting. I love it.
It's
It's nice if
lovely.
I have to dye. It is like I'm in
Yeah.
another world. It's color. So that is the other thing is color inspires me when I design.
Mm, mm,
Um,
mm,
I don't get the picture in my head and say, okay, I'm going to design that. I start with my color.
mm,
So I decide, oh, I like this color. Oh, just look, I like these four that I've shown you. They look
mm,
so nice together. So that inspires me. And
mm,
then I
mm,
decide, okay, I want to do a design on that. And then I just start. There's no way of drawing pictures. I know a lot of designers first do that. As I go along, I
yeah,
decide, okay, this
yeah,
is the next round will be this stitch, and
yeah,
that is how, and in this color, or
yeah.
that is how I work
Really
with my
into
design.
it. It's lovely.
Yes, and yeah, sometimes I put in some motifs just to make it a bit bigger, or yeah, and I like to learn something. It should be a journey for me as well as for the crocheter. I must always feel, okay, I learned something out of
Mm.
this crocheting.
It's really very nice. Tell me, previously you mentioned that we can buy kits from you for the patterns that you've got. Do you've got a website where we can have a look at those?
Yes, it is actually so easy. You just go to Google Pianna Yarns and it will
Okay.
pop up and you
Okay.
can go in there.
Okay.
But my kits are not on there. So if you have the pattern, you can tell me I want those, I want pinks or purples or greens or combination of these three or four, 10 colors, and I compile it for you. I send you photos and it chop and change until you're happy. And then
Okay.
there you go.
Lovely.
So that is, yeah, it is there. I have, I think, three kits on my website, but
To give
yeah,
idea. Yeah. Yeah.
yes.
Okay. That's very nice. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much for your time to visit us. I really enjoyed this conversation and I've learned a lot. As I said, I didn't know that you are behind the Pianna Yarns.
Okay, here I
Um,
am.
and I want to wish you all the best for this year with your designs. And I'm sad that you're not going to design anymore, but I understand. Um, and with your yarn business as well. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. And thank you for your invitation. I really enjoyed this interview as well. It's nice to talk to you.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye,
Okay.
everyone.
Bye. Enjoy your day.
So in the interview, she gave me the new one. I think I'm still here. No, I'm not. Let me find it. And here is a brand new Ravelry page. It reads, it is Essay Yarnies Ravelry from Annemarie Esterhuizen, as you can see here. I will put the link down in the description for you, so don't worry. But I just want to page through these patterns quickly. I hope you can see them. I have taken a few pictures of the ones that we are going to talk about, or that we did talk about. Some of them really spoke to me, like this one, because I made something, a mandala for my daughter's yoga teacher. Um, it just so happened to be in her colors. I didn't know that it was not this beautiful. Okay, did you see the kitty cats? Cat lovers? Here's something for us too. Hmm, lovely. Hey, oh, wait, I'm going on. Look at this. This is quite modern, I think. Mm. Table runners. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay. Oh, those colors. It's just as gorgeous. Eh? Okay, there's the second page. I can show you the second page quickly. Look at this wall hanging. And this looks very, I would say vintage, but it's beautiful. And more mandalas. This is just as beautiful. Okay, so that was a sneak peek. Please stay for the interview. Thank you. Oh, and maybe I haven't said, please like and subscribe and share these videos. It's not for me, it is for the designers that I'm interviewing, that other people can also learn about their patterns and their passions. And in these videos, most of them share something that is very, well, it's things that I didn't know. So I assume there might be people that knows it, but some people might be like me and not knowing. Okay. And yeah, let's put our country out there for the better. Cool. Thank you for watching. Hey, see you just now.